Hi everybody, myself Subrata Mukherjee and I am working as a teacher in Mahadevananda Mahavidyalaya, Barrackpore. Today I am going to discuss about flexible budget. I have solved a very preliminary problem on this chapter, flexible budget. The main thing that I have tried to make you understand how to segregate the semi-variable cost into variable cost and fixed cost. So this is the main concept that I have tried to give in this problem.
Company produces a uniform type of product and has a manufacturing capacity of 3000 units per week of 48 hours. From the cost records of the company, the following data are available relating to output and cost for 3 consecutive weeks. So you have 5 columns. So in week 1, unit produced 1200 units, direct material cost rupees 9000, direct labor 3600 rupees and factory overhead rupees 31000. Week 2, unit produced 1600 unit, direct material 12000 rupees, direct labor rupees 4800, factory overhead rupees 33000. In week 3, you have 1800 unit produced, direct material cost rupees 13500, direct labor cost 5400 and factory overhead 34000. Assuming that the company charges a profit of 20% on selling price, find out the selling price per unit when the weekly output is 2000 units. In this type of problem, you need to identify the nature of cost. So nature of cost. Direct material. So total cost by unit produced. So at all the levels you have the same rate. Direct material per unit cost remains the same. So in week 1, 9000 is the total cost and 1200 this is the units, this is rupees. Next week you have a total cost of 12000 and 1600 units produced, and third week 13500 divided by 1800. So in all case you have direct material cost per unit is rupees 7.5. So this direct material cost is, nature of this cost is variable cost. Variable cost. Now let us see what is the nature of labor cost. So labor cost is also variable because total cost by unit produced, that is variable cost per unit of labor, in each case is the same. So 3600 is the rupee divided by 1200 units. This is 4800 rupees by 1600 units, and this is 5400 rupee by 1800 units. So in each case this is rupees 3 per unit. So nature of variable direct cost is also variable. Now what about the factory overhead? This is semi-variable cost. So you need to segregate the semi-variable factory overhead cost into fixed cost and variable cost. So how to calculate the variable cost per unit from semi-variable cost? So variable cost per unit is equal to change in total cost by change in output. So consider the first week. In the second week the total cost is rupees 33,000 and the total cost for week 1 is 31,000. And what is the difference in production? In week 2 you are producing 1600 units and in week 1 1200. So difference in total cost is 2000 divided by change in output is 400 units. So your variable cost per unit is rupees 5 per unit. So how to find out the fixed cost? Now fixed cost is equal to total cost minus variable cost. So consider the total cost for week 2. So this total cost for week 2 is 33,000 and variable cost how much? 1600 is the production into 5. So 33,000 minus 8,000 minus 8,000 is equal to rupees 25,000. 25,000 is your fixed cost. Now we will prepare a cost sheet to find out the sales price for when the production is 2000 units. So your production is 2000 units. So cost sheet. So what is your direct material? Direct material cost. This is rupees 7.5 per unit. So 2000 into 7.5. This gives you rupees 15,000. Direct labor. Direct labor is 2000 into rupees 3, 6,000. And factory overhead, you have two parts. The fixed cost is 25,000 and the variable component 2000 into 3, 2000 into 5. So variable cost per unit is rupees 5. We have just calculated. So 2000 into 5 is 10,000 plus 25,000. This gives 35,000. So your total cost comes to 56,000. Now it is given in the question that is profit is 20% on sales. Your profit is 20% on sales. I have discussed this concept in my earlier video, the relation between total cost of sales, profit and sales price. I have given this concept in my earlier video. So this here I will just do the solution. Total cost plus profit, this is working, right? So this is your working, plus is equal to sales. So your total cost is 56,000 and total profit is 20% on sales is equal to sales. So 80% sales is equal to 56,000, or sales will be 56,000 divided by 80% comes to 70,000. So add profit is the balancing figure. So this will be, and this will give you a sales of 70,000. So your profit is 14,000. So what is the selling price per unit? That is, you are supposed to calculate the selling price per unit. So selling price per unit is equal to total sales value, that is 70,000 divided by 2000 units of production. So rupees 35 per unit. This is your answer.
You have been able to understand the problem that I have solved on flexible budget. Thank you.